Okay, Sharma, now that we've been through and labelled all the different materials we need for planting a seed, we need to get started. We need to plant the seeds. So, what do you think the first thing we need to do is? What is the first step?
We need to grab a shovel, grab a pot, and count how many scoops we're going to do with the pot mix.
Okay, so how about you do that for me? Grab the spade, grab a pot and fill it with potting mix. So like you said, it's important to count how many scoops we put in there, so that can go as a part of our instructions. One,
2, 3, 4,
you can use your other hand if you need to.
5, 6,
Alright, 7. That's looking pretty good. Do you think that's enough? Okay, so it took 7 spadefuls. We used 7 spadefuls of potting mix to fill the pot. Now it's time to put the spade down and you bring that pot over here. Come back around here. Excellent. Okay, let's have a think about what the next step might be. Sharma, what do you think might come next?
we get some,
That's okay. What do you think's next?
we get the measuring stick
Yeah.
and put holes in the soil.
Okay, so I'll hand you the measuring stick. Now before we begin, you might just think about how many holes we need to create here. It's a pretty small pot, so I think we might need 8. Okay, 8 holes. That's a great decision. Now, remember when we're putting our holes in, we're being very careful and we're just doing it so the little black measuring spot gets covered by the soil, okay? So make 8 very careful holes in there. Now, you count them out as we go so we can keep count. Yep. Excellent. I love how careful you were. Now let's have a look at the holes we've created. What can we say about these holes? How can we describe these holes? What do you think? Have a look at them. Are they big? Are they small? They are pretty small, aren't they? And do you think they're deep or shallow holes?
Shallow.
They are pretty shallow. If we look at our measuring stick, how shallow are they? Exactly, because you took so much care making the holes, we know they're just about that shallow. All right, what's the next step? Have a think about it.
You grab 2 or 3.
2 or 3, is that how many seeds you think we should put in? Now we won't start yet. Before we put the seeds in, how do you think we need to handle those seeds? Do you think we should just pour them all in or just throw them in? What do you think we should do?
We should grab them and put them in carefully in the hole.
I think that's a great idea. How about you go for it? You tell me what you're doing. Tell me what you're doing there.
I'm grabbing one, putting
Oh, that was a perfect shot. Well done.
in the hole.
Excellent. Oh, you're being very careful. Well done. Oops.
And we're going.
That's good. I'll give you your measuring stick back just in case you need to recreate the hole. There you go. Oh, there you go.
Going.
Yeah, he's in. Excellent. Okay, so I think you need 3 more seeds. 1. 2. 3. Okay, so how many seeds have we planted there? How many holes did we have?
6.
Well, I think we were left with 6 holes. Yes, I think we began with 8, but we accidentally buried a couple along the way. But that's okay. I think that's a really good start. What do we need to do now? Do we just keep those holes like that? What should we do?
We should cover them.
Do you think we should? Okay, so how about you do that for me? Now, why are you covering the holes, Sharma? Why do you think it's important that we cover the seeds?
So then they can grow.
That's right. And what else does covering them do?
Makes them grow.
It does make them grow. It protects them. It might help in case a bird's flying above there. It will make sure the birds won't eat them and they get nice protection and shelter. Now, what would happen if we just left them like that?
They won't grow.
That's right. Why not?
Because they need water and sunshine.
That's exactly right. So, what would our next step be? Now that we've planted them and buried them a little bit in the shallow holes, what would the next step be?
We need to grab the watering can.
All right, you grab the watering can. It's got some water in it, so be careful. Okay. Now, before we put the water in, what are we going to do here? How are we going to pour the water in? Are we going to just empty the whole watering can in there?
No.
No, why not?
Because that would be too much.
It would. I think it would drown the seeds. So how about you really carefully, just a little even trickle all over. Wow, perfect. That is perfect, Sharma. Well done. Okay, so where are we sitting right now? Are we out in the sunshine?
No.
We're not. So how about we go out into the garden and find the perfect spot to put the pot so these seeds can grow. Now you watch your shoelaces. And watch the pot. Now I can see a step right here, and I think it's just got the perfect amount of sunshine. I'll hold that for you. You jump down. Do you think this might be a good spot?
No.
No, why not?
Because it has shade too.
Okay, all right. Too much shade. Well, we'll keep it close so we can keep our eye on them. But where do you think is a good spot for these?
The dogs won't get them.
Yeah, the dogs won't get them. You find somewhere. Here you go. You find somewhere sunny and away from the dogs, and you go and put that pot down.
I wonder how long it will take for them to grow.
Excellent position. Why have you put them over there?
Because the dogs don't go over there.
Yeah.
And there's sunshine.
There is sunshine. It's protected from the dogs. It's protected from the birds because we've buried the seeds. Excellent. Okay, let's go back up onto the carpet.
And also, there's rain to keep them wet and so they can grow.
That's exactly right. Now we're going to have to keep our eye on those. Okay, let's have a think about the seeds. How long do you think it might take before we see some action?
10 days.
10 days, do you think? I think we might actually have a look at the packet that we planted, the packet from the seeds. Okay, I'm just going to have a quick look. Oh, have you already read this? Because it does take 10 to 14 days. So, what should we do between now and 10 days? What do you think we need to do with our seeds? Should we just leave them and ignore them and just go back in 10 days? Or what do you think we need to do to care for them?
We need to go to them every day, see if they have a root or something
Okay.
there, and then we grab the watering can and water them.
That's exactly right. Now, how will we know once they've started to grow?
We go out, see if they're there, and then we water them more so they get bigger.
That's right. So what will you see? Once they start to grow, what will we see? What do you think we might see?
We might see some flowers.
That's right. What colours?
Purple,
Mm-hmm.
pink,
Mm-hmm. Beautiful.